Hi Taurus, Taurians. Thank you so much for returning and welcome if you're new. I want to go ahead and get into your reading, but first, Venus has moved into Leo. Venus is your ruling planet, and Venus rules love and relationships. So Venus moves into Leo. Venus moving into Leo, a fire sign, does mean some pretty. Can mean some spicy things for the love department, so let's just say that. I did make a post about that on Instagram. I don't know if I shared it on YouTube, but if you don't have it set up to where on YouTube you can see posts and videos, you can change that notification so that you can see that as well, because I will post some of the information that I talk about with the planets. I post like those little memes or whatever they're called, to kind of summarize it to make it easier for you to understand. Excuse me. Anyway, that being said, Venus moved into Leo. It'll be in Leo until August 21st. Mercury is still retrograde in Cancer, and it goes direct on the 31st. However, the post shadow affects us until August 15th. Other than that, Chiron's still retrograde. It doesn't go direct until December. Pluto's still retrograde, Neptune's still retrograde, Uranus is in Taurus, and it goes retrograde August 10th. And then Jupiter goes direct the same day. It says August 11th on here, but in some previous notes, and I guess astrology is just more accurate closer to the date. So some old notes that I had said that it's the same day. Doesn't matter. When Jupiter goes direct and Uranus goes retrograde, we're going to get to a place where we can kind of mentally take in, as a collective, everything that we've experienced over this summertime with all of these transformations. Pluto is still retrograde, so that's what's sparking these transformations, as well as Saturn. And those like karmic situations. So that's still going to happen. However, I think we're going to be able to kind of process things that we've already been through a little bit better. So anyway, I've been leading my readings with the energy oracle deck, but for whatever reason I wanted to pick the moonology oracle deck to lead your reading. So that's what I'm going to do for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you don't know how to check your placement in your natal chart, there's a link below showing you how to do so. You need your time of birth and your birth location. All right, Divine Spirit, show me the messages surrounding Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter the first half of August, please. And also, if you want personal readings, if you want to donate, if you want to order products, bracelets, rollerballs. I just made a new rollerball for positivity. This is it right here, and it smells so good. I wish y'all could smell it over video, but it smells so good. I do want to tweak it because I just used what I had, but anyway. Confidence is key to success. New moon in Leo. Our new moon this month on the 31st is in Cancer. Our actual new moon. Emotions are running high. Super moon. I don't know why I just can understand that this is true. Probably just based on your last reading, but I can just totally understand this for you, Taurus. Confidence is your key to success. It's just like putting your best foot forward, like just knowing that anything is possible. I'm going to read from the book because y'all know this is still a new deck for me, so I'm still learning it. At the bottom of the deck it says, what do you need to release? Waning moon. We are in the waning phases of the moon cycle right now, so we will still be in the waning phases by the time you see this video, until the 31st when we get our new moon, and then you can start thinking about the things that you want to grow. Right now this is a period of, letting go, releasing things. So let's look at new moon in Leo first. All right. Card represents, it's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light, have some pride, spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. So you could be sparking someone's interest. Someone could, yeah, like kind of like have your eyes on you. And for some of you that might make you nervous, but be confident. Having pride can be a good thing. I think everything is good in moderation, right? When you have too much pride, that's when it's a bad thing. So having the right amount of pride to where people don't feel like they can get over on you and they can take advantage of you, and they know that they have to present themselves to you accordingly, a certain way, you know. Super moon is here, so a lot of emotions just like bam up in your face. Emotions are running high. A resolution to your question is closer than you think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. Speak to the goddess. Ask for her assistance. So for a lot of you, this could be something new, someone new coming into your life. Something very, I don't want to say dramatic. It could be dramatic in a good way, but could be just kind of, just a pleasant surprise, not a major surprise. It could be, because this is super moon. For a lot of you, this could be something very, very exciting coming. For a lot of you, it could just be something, you know, not huge, but still very pleasant, or someone very pleasant coming your way. But for right now, it's time to let go of some things so you can make room for what's coming into your life with the waning moon, or waning. I don't know if I say that right, correctly. Waning. It's probably waning. Whatever. Let's find it. All right. It's about release, letting go, moving forward. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. So with both of these cards, they're definitely both hinting to something lying ahead. Something definitely is on your way. Like I said, there's a definite need to make room for something coming your way. So let's see what that something is. Let's go ahead and start pulling tarot cards. Let's see what's coming for Taurus. What's coming? What does Taurus need to make room for? Could be some clarity. Could also be in the form of communication, new ideas. And it's so funny because we don't even think about mental clutter. Like if you're thinking about some BS all day and that's taking up your mental capacity, you can't come up with new ideas. You can't come up with new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new thoughts. And if there's so much unnecessary communication that's not beneficial to you, new communication can't come in. So simple, right? You think it's so simple. What else is coming in for Taurus? So I think you may be getting to a point where you can kind of go with the flow and be a little bit more adaptive. This Pisces energy is coming to me. You may have Pisces in your chart or dealing with somebody who's a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio with the Princess of Cups. So you may be coming to a place where you're just kind of like going with the flow. You get in sync with the flow of yourself and the flow of the universe, perhaps. Or this is someone coming into your life who represents this to you. This could also be a child. And then the Two of Wands here could represent like being at a crossroads, being at a place where you need to make a decision about something, where you need to make a choice. You could be trying to figure out where you want to go next in life, or it could be involving traveling, could be involving moving. I think it's just about, like being, because I'm picturing the traditional Two of Wands where he has the world in his hands and just trying to figure out where you want to go next, what you want to do next. Now that you have this new mindset or this new clarity or this new communication or these new thoughts, these new ideas, and you're just in flow and in sync with the universe and just feeling yourself in tune with yourself and just feeling adaptable. And because it's a mutable sign. Mutable signs are adaptable. Well, Pisces anyway, is adaptable. You just kind of go with the flow. You're fluid like water and you're just going with the flow, and you're just trying to figure out where life is going to take you next. I think that's vague, but let's get a little deeper with the Kipper deck, or actually with the energy deck, because that's what I was going to lead with anyway. Show me more about what's coming for Taurus with the Kipper deck, please. With the Kipper deck, with the energy oracle deck. One slid out in my lap. Angel of Balance. But it came out upside down. And I think this deck does have reversals. 48. Yeah, it does. So some of you could be feeling pretty imbalanced right now in the present. Being centered and self-honoring in your choices. So it did slide out in the reverse, but I'll show it to you in the upright. Oh, come on. There we go. Don't focus on me, focus on her. Okay. Anyway, in this position, the Angel of Balance comes with a loving warning that something may be seriously out of proportion in your life. It could be an important emotional component, such as a lack of self-acceptance or self-care. Remember, however, that when you put yourself last, the universe will do likewise. Message. Receiving this card reverse can oftentimes be warning of lost energy, calling you to relax more, sleep more, or even just drink more water. Investigate how you may be out of balance in your time and energy regarding the externals and internals in your life. The adjacent cards in your spirit could indicate the particulars. Perhaps you've been working too much, or you've been too obsessed with relationships or money. I'm preaching to myself. The loving angel can help bring you to the courage and wisdom that you need to break such toxic patterns. Meditate on the angel's presence and visualize her pouring a beautiful liquid light through all of your chakras, balancing them and bringing you peace. Remember that you always have the power to bring things back into peaceful balance. Affirmation: I believe in a balanced and centered life. As I care for myself, the universe cares for me also. And there's an affirmation for every card, but I haven't been reading them. So something could be out of balance for a lot of you since that slid on out. Anything else for this situation with Taurus, or what's coming with Taurus? For Taurus, Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay. So, okay, Taurians. Things aren't too great right now, are they? We have action, anxiety, and hostilities at the bottom of the deck. So, let's talk about action first. This represents, for me, it's kind of like the Eight of Wands mixed with like the Knight energy. No particular Knight, but obviously not the Knight of Pentacles, like the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords, one of those fast moving knights. But let's look at 17. Action. Okay, energizing effort, willingness to work. This card tells you that now is the time to be for aggressive forward movement. Indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. So I think some of you are on the right track. You could be feeling frustrated because things are not happening fast enough, or maybe you're encountering distractions. Maybe whatever has you imbalanced, whatever it is mentally or emotionally, whether it's a relationship or whatever it is that has you, I feel like it's taking up your mental space. I feel like that's what it is, because this is what is to come. This mental clarity, or mental energy. with the air. Then we have anxiety. Worry or distress. This woman is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright may indicate you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation you find yourself brooding about too much. For a lot of you, this is a relationship or money. And it's just like, I feel like as long as you keep thinking about it, it's going to, I don't want to say it's not going to improve, or I don't want to say it's going to get worse, but it's like you're sending out the opposite of the energy that you want to receive back. So it's going to delay the progress of your situation as long as you stay in that imbalanced energy. So it says here, oh yeah, the storm in the distance. Okay, there's a storm in the distance, and it says it's perhaps even moving away, but you know, she's so worried and she's so stressed out. You see the lightning back here in the clouds, but it looks like, you know, it's starting to clear up a little bit, but she's still in here tripping. But anyway, whatever's going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never solve things, so trusting yourself in your process. When you live in a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek. All right. So this affirmation says, I let go of fear and worry. I assume the best and live in peace. All is well. All right. So hostilities. I feel like this is external to you, and that could also be adding to your anxiety. For some of you, for some of you, it absolutely is relationship oriented. But I think for a lot of you, this has to do with money also, or instead of a relationship. But with hostilities here, defense is up, aggressive energy. All right. When it comes to this, it says it reveals a situation where hostilities toward you are about to be or have already been engaged. This aggressive energy may be verbal or emotional, with someone in your environment being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. Yeah, I feel like in a work or social situation, there may be a backstabbing or out and out slander going on. Yeah, for some of you, if it's work related, it could be like someone meddling at your job, or someone threatening, someone doing something that kind of threatens the security of your job or something like that. And that may have you worried about your financial situation. For some of you, I think this is a relationship, and there could be arguing and fighting or back and forth. Represents these are very apparent hostile actions. You could be living with this person. Yeah, for some of you, it could be on the lines of domestic violence, and I'm not saying like straight up fist fighting or whatever, but domestic violence comes, and verbal abuse, emotional abuse, like that's what this is about. That's what this is. And that could be, so for some of you, it could be like that, but it's emotional or verbal abuse. Hopefully this isn't your energy being the protagonist or whatever. I think I'm using the right term. Hopefully I am. You know, hopefully you're not on the giving end of this energy. But this is probably something or someone that you feel the need to defend yourself from or stand up against. Yeah, it's like one of those situations where if you allow this, it's just like that's a form of self-harm, and the universe will continue sending you those types of situations until you learn that you can't allow it. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to protect yourself. Show me more about the situation with Taurus. Mature man. So this could be someone that you are involved with, someone you look to for advice. This could be the person who you're involved in this situation with that I'm describing with hostilities. but this could be someone else external to that too. This could be a father figure, an uncle, a counselor, a teacher, a mentor, someone that you look to for advice. This could be how you view yourself, or this could be your love interest if you're a female. And like I said, this could still be the person you're dealing with. Anything else for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. August 1st through the 15th, please. Distant horizons. That represents a waiting. I mean, I don't want to say a waiting period, but okay. Nothing else is coming out of the Kipper deck. Ooh, false person at the bottom of the deck. So, this, I don't know. Who's the false person? It's like I kind of hate when that, because that card can be like a frenemy. But that's somebody you kind of have to watch your back around, or you know, you just kind of have to watch yourself. And with distant horizons here, maybe something that you don't find out for a while, because distant horizons makes me think of either something that's either far in your distant past or something that's far in your future, far away in your future. For some of you, you could be holding on to things from your past, perhaps a false person from your past, because nothing else wanted to come out of the Kipper deck. This could just represent how much you've matured and your masculine energy, that you've overcome, like you've far overcome this false person situation, because this is at the bottom of the deck, right underneath that toil and labor and poverty, and then main female. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is just like any true I don't know, maybe this, for some of you, this is far, far, far in your past. For a lot of you, I think distant horizons means that you just need to look towards the future, look towards the distant horizons. But also it could mean that it's like if you don't release the situation, this energy, if you don't take advantage of releasing this energy while you have the opportunity to, especially during the winding phases. I mean, obviously this is just in a few days, but the winding phase comes right back around. So it's like, this is the best time to do it. But, you know, do it when you do it. Release it. Because it's like you are on the right path, but with angel out of balance coming out in the reverse, something's holding you up. So it could just make this even further ahead. But this represents like your dreams, your hopes, your wishes. It can represent faraway places, great distances. It also suggests opening your mind, developing new views, and becoming more spiritual or philosophical. So I think there is a need to open your mind, to expand your mind, there could be a need to kind of release a way of thinking. It could just simply be as that could be deceitful, because if this is you or your energy, because false person is just at the mildest, it's like someone who's just like deceitful, who maybe tells little white lies, or just portrays themselves to be someone that they're not they aren't entirely, I guess I said it right. My inflection was off. Whatever. Someone who portrays themselves to be a certain way that they aren't really. It doesn't have to be anything major or super, super deceitful, but it's any form of deceit. So that could be you not being true to yourself. But it could also represent, like I said, anyone like really being out to get you, being far in your past. But for a lot of you, this is you. For some of you, this is someone else external to you. It is at the bottom of the deck. Both of these cards are at the bottom of the deck. I'm just saying. All right, let's get a romance angels. see what's going on with love. Anything for Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Taurus, April 1st to the 15th. Any advice or guidance for Taurus? That one's sliding out of my lap. Anything else for Taurus? We're quiet. Okay, I'll take that, and it tried to come out. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, like I feel like for some of you, the false person in your life probably was your ex, somebody who's far in your past or long gone. Like you've well gotten over that person, but maybe the situation or the things that they used to do, you could be like triggered by a new person. But like I said, it's time to come to clear your the time has come to clear your energy. New stuff wants to come in. It's time to release. Make room for the new clarity. Make room for, you know, action and balance. I mean, you don't necessarily have to make room for balance, but you do have to get rid of the things that are making you imbalanced, or stop doing the things that are making you feel imbalanced. And then Passion was the first card to come out. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I think a lot of you, like I said, you probably already have your eye on someone, or someone has their eye on you. You could be holding back, being deceitful, not really displaying who you truly are, what you want to really do. Stay optimistic about your love life is at the bottom of the deck. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So some of you, you're not with anyone right now, but you won't bring anyone genuine in if you're not displaying your true self. Anything else for the love category for Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh. There's something that you need to let go. I think for a lot of you, it is mental. It definitely is mental. It's some self-inflicted, restricting space you've put yourself in that you can release yourself from. And I think it may be more simple than you think. Ask your guides. Pray to whoever your higher source is for help, for guidance. Meditate. Do something that puts you in a meditative state if you can't sit quietly. I bought an adult coloring book and I was doing that for hours. I did it all day yesterday and for probably an hour and a half or longer earlier. It was awesome. I'm gonna do it again. So that was very therapeutic and it was very meditative. So that's just an example. Swimming, running, jogging, listening to music, cleaning up, taking a bath, taking a shower, taking a nap, you name it. Everybody has a different vice or different way of finding that peace of mind. Do that. When you first start doing it, figure out what it is that you want to gain from it and think about that until you stop thinking. And that's where you figure out how to let it go. And then you can get to a place where you can let it go, because the Hangman is here. This is about sacrifice and detaching from something, having patience. It's being in suspension, waiting on, this is a spiritual pause. It's like waiting on something to change, to something to happen, waiting on enlightenment, waiting on clarity. But like I said, in order for the clarity to come in, there's some releasing that you have to do. And I think right now, a lot of you just aren't open to, you're not open-minded enough. There could be you could be very closed-minded, because something else I read about in one of these cards said something about being closed-minded, needing a new mindset, a new way of thinking. And I think it is mental. I do feel like a lot of this is mental, but the Eight of Swords just really confirms that, because this represents limitation. You are limited if you only think there's only 3 ways to do something, that there's actually 100 ways to do them. You're just not open to trying 100 ways. You want to focus on 3 ways, then you'll be limited and it's going to slow you down. You're on the right path. You just are hindering yourself because you're out of balance. But this is going to cause restriction. You have to release whatever that is. It's mental. It's a way of thinking. It's a pattern of doing things. At the bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. And I feel like you want, it's like you want all these options. I feel like that's being too picky. It's like you want, I feel like a lot of you are being too picky. You're limiting yourself and then you're being picky. Yeah. It's like, you want to choose the right thing, but you're blindfolded and you're surrounded by swords. So how are you going to go get it? How are you going to go get it? You want it to come to you or something. Didn't this come up in y'all's last reading? You didn't want to budge. That's you. I feel like a lot of y'all are just frustrated because you just don't want to budge. Some of y'all feel like y'all know how things are supposed to be or how things are supposed to go. It's mental. It's mental. You have to release your idea of how you think things are supposed to happen or how things are supposed to go or gonna go, and get to a place where you can go with the flow, with the Princess of Swords, where you're in a place where you're learning and you're willing to learn. You're willing to kind of be more of a sponge than you are now, to an extent. Because then at that point you can figure out, you can go wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? You have the opportunity to start something new and kind of like build, especially if it's a relationship. You get to build something, whatever type of relationship, whatever it is that you get to build, you get to take it wherever you want to go from there. But you got to release something. That's your reading, Taurus. And I feel like whatever it is, you know what it is. You just have to, and if you haven't quite figured out what it is, if you haven't gotten to the seed of it, definitely do something meditative or put yourself in a meditative state. There are guided meditations on YouTube. I used to do those all the time. That used to be the only way I could meditate. Go outside, go for a walk. Don't listen to music while you do it. Just go out into nature and just walk. Listen to the birds and stuff. Or something like that. Go for a drive. Something. Put yourself in a meditative state and think about the things that you want to receive. Ask yourself questions and just be honest with yourself and trust what comes to you. And trust the guidance of your guides and trust the guidance of the universe. And watch all of these readings. Book a personal reading. The information's below. Connect me on Instagram, Instantgo. All that is below on my social media. I hope it resonated. If it does, let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace, love, and light. Bye.